Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to get real about GLP-1 and GIP medications, the ones you've heard of like Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, Mounjaro, Zepbound. If you've been scrolling Facebook groups or Instagram, you've probably seen people posting miracle weight loss stories or even giving advice based on their own personal experience. And honestly, this can be super misleading and often very, very dangerous. These are prescription medications. They affect your metabolism, appetite, and hormones, and they need medical oversight, not advice from someone who's perhaps been on them for 3 months and lost a dramatic amount of weight, but very short term. So a little bit about me so that you know why I'm talking about all of this today. My name is Jane Cleary and I'm a personal trainer, qualified nutritionist and a certified menopause coach. And I've worked with hundreds of women all over the world through the whole spectrum of midlife health. I've seen the wins, I've seen the setbacks, the cycles of hope and frustration, and I've learned what actually works long term, not just a quick fix. I'm also currently working with specialists in their fields to build a program that's grounded in decades of experience, evidence, and real-world outcomes. This is not random advice, it's not AI generated, and it's not social media hype. It's based on actual experience helping women navigate midlife, their hormones, metabolism, and body composition while using or even considering using these medications. GLP-1 and GIP medications help by reducing appetite. They slow digestion, they improve our blood sugar control, and they support weight changes. They can be incredibly helpful, we all know that, but they are tools and not magic pills. They don't replace nutrition, exercise, or habit building. In my program, the GLP-1 Bodywise Project for Midlife Women, it's built around 3 areas: SPS, which is scan, protein, and strength, which is the foundation for building long-term health with or even without these medications. You can learn more and sign up for early access on my website, and I will leave the link below. The first myth is just take the medication and the weight's going to fall off. Well, yes, GLP-1s do reduce your appetite, they do make food feel more satisfying, and they can support weight loss. But they cannot teach your body how to eat, move, or fuel itself properly. Many women see initial results and think, well, I don't need to change anything else. But without building habits around protein intake, strength training, and a balanced nutritional diet, well, weight loss is often short-lived. The body will eventually adapt and your appetite can creep back, and without muscle protection, metabolism is going to slow down. That's why I always start with scan, protein, and strength, right? Scan. Well, this means measuring body composition, not just weight. We want to know whether you're losing fat or muscle. That's super important. Then we have protein, which ensures we protect lean mass while losing fat. It supports our metabolism and keeps our energy up. And finally, we have strength, which is resistance training, and that maintains muscle, bone health, and functional strength. Remember, medication is a tool. How you use it determines whether results last or fade. The next myth: if I stop taking the medication, I'm going to gain everything back. Well, this fear is totally understandable. Many women have lived through decades of weight cycling, but weight regain happens when habits underneath the surface haven't changed at all. GLP-1s give you the leverage to practice new eating patterns, to protect and build your muscle, and strengthen metabolic health. The goal is to leave the program with skills that you can maintain without the medication. Think of it as a temporary support. You're learning how to manage your hunger, to eat properly, and exercise effectively, while the medication helps you get into a better metabolic place. Another big one I hear all the time: I just need to eat less and the weight will fall off. Yes, these medications do reduce your appetite, but eating less does not automatically equal healthy weight loss. And this is where it gets super dangerous. Suddenly, it seems like every man, woman, and her dog is a dietitian or nutritionist online dishing out advice left, right, and center. You'll see posts about how you must eat 1,200 calories per day or cut 500 calories out every day and watch the weight drop. It sounds simple, but it's not. That's not education. It's just regurgitating something someone else wrote, often without any understanding of metabolism, hormones, age, muscle mass, or medical history. I often see women reading and making comments on these posts and thinking that's the only way to make this medication work. And it's wrong, it's unsafe and unsustainable. Extreme calorie restriction can lead to muscle loss, slowed metabolism, nutrient deficiencies, fatigue, and even hormonal disruption, especially in midlife women whose metabolism and hormones are already changing and shifting and a little bit screwy. Even with reduced appetite, your body needs adequate protein. It needs the micronutrients and it needs the energy, which is carbs. That's why working with a registered dietitian or nutritionist who understands GLP-1 use is essential. We don't just tell you how much to eat or what to eat. We tailor it to your body composition, your goals, your health markers, and your lifestyle. Professional guidance helps you navigate hunger, nutrition, and strength safely rather than just blindly following advice from a Facebook group. That's how you make weight changes that are sustainable, that are safe, and actually supportive of your metabolism. Fast weight loss may look impressive online. We've all seen those photos, those before and after photos, but it often comes at the expense of muscle mass and metabolic stability. Slower, steady progress is better for long-term results. It preserves our muscle mass, it prevents metabolic slowdown, and it allows you to learn how to manage your body in real life. There's a whole lot of changes going on, right? Weight loss is not a race. It's about creating habits that can be maintained for years. People fixate on the number on the scale. We've been trained to think weight equals health for far too long, but that is often misleading. The scale doesn't tell you whether you're losing fat or losing muscle. It also doesn't show changes in bone density, metabolic health, or body composition. That's why I focus on scan and not scale. We need to measure body composition, strength, metabolic markers, and overall health, not just pounds or kilos lost. Your body can be recalibrating, gaining muscle, losing fat, and improving metabolism, even if the scale doesn't move. And that is real success. Now, some women avoid dietitians or nutritionists because they think that we're just going to tell them what they can't eat. Well, a dietitian's role is to look at the full picture: food, sleep, stress, movement, emotional habits, and daily routines. Paired with GLP-1s, professional guidance helps you make informed decisions instead of chasing extreme restrictions or fad diets. Another misconception: I shouldn't feel hungry if the medication is working properly. Well, hunger is normal and healthy. GLP-1s reduce your appetite, but they don't eliminate the body's need for fuel. Online stories showing someone eating 500 calories per day, super dangerous. Following that can result in muscle loss, metabolic stress, and long-term setbacks. Learning to respond appropriately to hunger, even if it's kind of not there, while keeping protein and nutrients adequate, is critical for long-term results. Perfection isn't achievable, never has been, never will be. Life, hormones, and metabolism all fluctuate, especially when you're female. Women who do succeed adapt and keep progressing even when things don't go perfectly. Missing a meal, hitting a plateau, or even changing doses does not erase progress. The focus is consistent, intelligent action over time. GLP-1 and GIP medications are a tool, not a solution. To see lasting results, they need to be combined with strategies that protect your muscle mass, support metabolism, and address body composition. That is why I'm building the GLP-1 Bodywise Project for Midlife Women. And I also offer personalized programs and one-on-one consultations so that women wherever they are can get guidance tailored to their body, history, and lifestyle. I invite you to check out my website for more information, and I will leave the link below. And if this video has helped you today, please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like more detail or support, please follow me on social media or join my private Facebook group where women in the GLP-1 space can share questions, experiences, and real results. This is about understanding your body, making changes, and making informed decisions, not chasing a number on a scale or following dangerous advice from strangers online.